Officially, the central banks have priced XRP above $10,000. Guys, these are not my words, but rather those of central banks all around the world, including the Central Bank of Ireland, the Central Bank of Japan, which really come on a buyback, and even the Central Bank of China, which verified they will use XRP and maybe put over $20 trillion into the XRP ledger. All of these are underlined in verified reports. The Central Bank of China, really using Ripple, was mentioned in a study from the Central Bank of China, which also stated a CBDC would be constructed on top of the XRP ledger for the Chinese people. XRP's price has been verified to be over $10,000 as priced in by the central banks, the International Monetary Fund, and the globalized World Bank. Hence, this is simply the beginning of truly what we are discussing today. These next few months will be crucial. I mean, we've already seen the news that Brad, calling as Ripple CEO, made, which is that Ripple has, in fact, worked with various central banks throughout the world, over 14 plus. Some we have declared, others we have not yet revealed. Settlement between Rebel Labs and the SEC, sometimes known as the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, has also officially settled the SC case. Think about all the alliances that will be revealed in the following several days. The largest bank in the United States, Bank of America, has verified a comparable scenario of XRP integration into their payment systems throughout their locations in the United States of America. This adds another several $100 billion per month. Naturally, this is just the very little image we are viewing. We are not considering actual cross-border payments. We're overlooking the reality that XRP will own much of the crypto reserve the United States Federal Reserve has declared. We're also ignoring the fact that the United States Federal Reserve has stated publicly that their United States Treasury will now settle national debt payments of the United States of America using XRP, and that the Federal Reserve payment system, which is called FedNow, is now switching to be used by XRP and the XRP ledger. All of them will directly affect the price of XRP, which will go above $10,000. But we are not even considering. We have chosen to provide everyone free XRP now. This is only a courtesy as a great thank you to those viewing this video. Just like the video, leave XRP subscribe in the comments, and that tells me you subscribe to the channel and you've commented. You have to sign up on Uphold using my link in the description and perform a transaction. This should all take you around 5 minutes. You can actually take up to $100. It's free money. You may either take that money and merely withdraw it to settle your bills, or you can purchase additional crypto with it. Buy XRP. Buy any other coin. This is a one-time chance, so be sure you all move ahead right now this second. Register on Uphold from my link in the description. Complete a transaction to receive that free cash. I mean, the XRP ledger is about to see $1.25 quadrillion facilitated. This is actually the figure we are considering. Annually, with a $1.25 quadrillion market valuation, 125,000 million billion. This is not a fabricated projection. The figures we see are quite typical, I mean. The piece confirming it was published on August 2024 by BlackRock and JP Morgan, stating that JP Morgan and BlackRock have pledged to assist in facilitating the 1.2 quadrillion USD expected on the XRP ledger across supporters. This is a significant revolutionary collaboration whereby Ripple has teamed up with the Worldwide Bank and the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, known as the ISDA, which is actually affiliated with BlackRock and JP Morgan. The ISDA really worked with Ripple Labs to help them manage the $1.25 quadrillion derivatives market running parallel to JP Morgan and BlackRock supporting that same system to enable such great amount of money. When we consider this collaboration, we are really looking at JP Morgan and BlackRock all working together alongside Ripple to truly enable that enormous amount of money. The larger picture, however, is that everything is all developing on the XRP ledger. We also have data indicating XRP will free more $1 or more $27 trillion in ideal capital for the banks. Just so that we're clear, that would be $480 for each XRP. This is untouched money from previously. Ripple is now ruling a market that was never touched before. The business consultant has confirmed. All confirming comparable things, which is the unlocking of tens of billions, tens of trillions of dollars, even hundreds of trillions of dollars, all that could unfold within the next year or two. We have several institutions, several banks, several top-tier officials from Wells Fargo, from JP Morgan Chase, from a slew of other, major financial players, but it's all leading back to why we are here, and that is Google exposing the Federal Reserve is getting ready to use XRP as a worldwide payment system. Think about the figures we would see in that situation. Think of the figures. Ripple, however, is said to be purchasing back XRP from the market as well. What causes that? It's simply because there isn't really enough XRP to spread around. More XRP is therefore Ripple's only means of cooperating with more organizations, including the Federal Reserve. And since there isn't enough to go down, they are now compelled, Ripple, of course, in this instance, to purchase XRP back from retail hands and move it into institutions. In this situation, moving ownership from retail investors back to huge institutional hands. We have received this as, a clear statement. One of the leading professionals of Ripple has really verified a comparable remark, stressing HGB was not intended for retail. It was never intended for retail, and it still isn't. It's meant for institutions and supposed to be in institutional control, as those are the people who will truly require and then really use that technology. And they are the clients Ripple is truly aiming for. We've also, this is one of the things I wish to start off finishing this video with, but we've also watched this footage, which I believe is extremely very crucial. XRP is taking the place of Bitcoin. We've discussed pieces where Forbes has underlined that XRP will replace Bitcoin, that XRP is heading to 59,000, that XRP is going to be the future world order financial payment system. All of this is a huge, huge fact then. All this is essentially reality, and some of the facts actually support this knowledge. Still, I want to show you all this, as I would think it's only more of a comparable level.